Did you know that 1 in 4 older adults falls each year? That's a startling statistic, and it highlights just how important it is to take action now to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Falls can happen to anyone, but the good news is there are simple, practical steps we can take to reduce our risk and stay strong, steady, and independent for years to come. Today, we're going to talk about fall risk reduction in older adults, something that's not just about avoiding accidents, but about embracing senior wellness and living life to the fullest. Whether you've had a close call before or just want to stay ahead of the game, this video is packed with senior health tips, expert-backed advice, and real-life wisdom to keep you safe and confident on your feet. Now, let's start with something we often overlook: our home environment. You might not realize it, but simple things like loose rugs, poor lighting, or cluttered walkways can turn into hidden hazards. Take my friend Margaret, for example. She's a sharp, active woman in her late 70s who loves gardening and visiting her grandkids. One morning, she tripped over a curled-up rug corner on her way to the kitchen. Luckily, she wasn't seriously hurt, but it was a wake-up call. After that, she made a few changes, securing rugs with non-slip pads, adding nightlights in hallways, and keeping frequently used items within easy reach. Small adjustments, but they made a world of difference in her senior safety. Another key factor in fall prevention: strength and balance. It's easy to think that slowing down is just part of aging, but staying active is one of the best ways to keep our bodies resilient. Gentle strength training for seniors and regular balance exercises can work wonders. Think about it like this: every time you stand up from a chair without using your hands, or take a leisurely stroll around the neighborhood, you're building muscle and stability. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Even seated leg lifts or standing heel-to-toe walks while holding onto a counter can help. The goal is to keep moving in ways that feel good for you. Now, let's talk about something equally important: medication management. Many of us take prescriptions for various health needs, but some medications can cause dizziness or drowsiness, increasing fall risk. That's why it's so important to review your medications with your doctor or pharmacist. They can help identify any potential side effects and adjust dosages if needed. It's all part of smart geriatric care, staying informed and proactive about our health. Stick around, because we've got even more senior health advice coming up, including how community support and proper footwear play a role in fall risk reduction. And remember, every small step you take today adds up to a safer, stronger tomorrow. If you're finding this helpful, don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend or family member who might benefit. Your support helps us create more meaningful content for our wise elders. Now, let's keep going, because staying steady and independent is something we all deserve. You know, one thing I've learned from talking with so many wise elders over the years is that staying safe from falls isn't just about avoiding hazards. It's about building confidence in your own body, and that starts with keeping our muscles strong and our balance sharp. Let me tell you about my neighbor, George. At 82, he's still as sharp as a tack, but a few years ago, he started noticing he'd wobble a bit when he stood up too quickly. Instead of brushing it off as just part of getting older, he decided to take action. His doctor recommended simple strength training for seniors. Nothing extreme, just light resistance exercises a few times a week. George started using small hand weights while watching his favorite shows and doing chair squats during commercial breaks. Within a few months, he felt steadier on his feet than he had in years. That's the power of staying active, no matter your age. Now you might be thinking, but what if I've never exercised much before? The beautiful thing about senior wellness is that it's never too late to start. Even 5 minutes a day of gentle movements, like standing on one foot while holding onto a sturdy chair or doing seated leg extensions, can make a real difference in your stability. The key is consistency. Think of it like brushing your teeth. Small daily habits add up to big protection over time. But here's something we don't talk about enough: the importance of community in fall prevention. Humans aren't meant to go through life alone, and that's especially true when it comes to senior safety. Whether it's joining a local walking group, attending a balance class at your community center, or simply having a weekly coffee date with friends, staying socially active keeps both your body and mind engaged. There's even something called a community of practice in public health. Groups where older adults share tips, encouragement, and accountability. When we look out for each other, we all stay stronger. Speaking of looking out for one another, let's talk about footwear. You wouldn't hike a mountain in flip-flops, right? Well, walking around the house in loose slippers or socks can be just as risky. Proper shoes with good support and non-slip soles are one of the easiest ways to reduce fall risk. My friend Helen swears by her sturdy, rubber-soled house shoes. She calls them her indoor superhero boots because they've saved her from more than one near miss on her hardwood floors. Now, here's a question. When was the last time you had your vision checked? Many falls happen because of tripping over things we didn't see clearly. Blurry vision, outdated glasses prescriptions, or even untreated cataracts can turn a harmless shadow into a hazard. Regular eye exams are a simple but powerful part of healthcare for seniors. We've covered a lot so far, from home safety to strength exercises and the power of community. But there's still more to explore. Coming up, we'll dive into nutrition's role in bone health and how to recover if a fall does happen, because being prepared is just as important as prevention. If this video is helping you, please take a second to like and share it with someone who might need these tips. Your support lets us keep creating content that makes a real difference in the lives of older adults. Now, let's keep moving forward, because every step towards safety is a step towards staying independent and enjoying life to the fullest. There's an old saying that goes, "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure." When it comes to fall risk reduction in older adults, that wisdom couldn't be more true. But here's something equally important: knowing what to do if a fall happens, and how to build a body that's resilient from the inside out. Let's start with something many of us don't connect with falls at first: our diet. You see, what we eat plays a huge role in keeping our bones strong and our muscles ready to support us. Calcium and vitamin D aren't just buzzwords, they're your body's natural armor against fractures. My cousin Evelyn learned this the hard way when a minor stumble led to a broken wrist. Afterward, her doctor explained that her bone density was lower than it should be, partly because she'd cut back on dairy and hadn't been getting enough sunlight. Now she starts her day with Greek yogurt and takes a short walk outside in the morning for vitamin D. Small changes, but they've made her bones and her confidence much stronger. Of course, even with the best prevention, sometimes falls happen. That's why knowing how to fall safely can make all the difference. Physical therapists often teach techniques like tucking your chin and rolling to the side to avoid hitting your head. And here's a tip many wise elders swear by. If you feel yourself losing balance, try to relax your body instead of stiffening up. It sounds counterintuitive, but a relaxed fall often leads to fewer injuries than a tense, rigid one. Now, let's talk about something crucial: getting back up after a fall. Fear of falling can sometimes be more limiting than the fall itself. That's why mobility support tools like grab bars in the bathroom or a sturdy cane can be game changers, not as signs of weakness, but as tools for maintaining independence. And if you do take a tumble, don't brush it off. Always tell your doctor, even if you feel fine. Some injuries, like slow internal bleeding after a hip impact, aren't always obvious right away. But here's the most important message I want to leave you with. Reducing fall risk isn't about living in fear. It's about living fully. It's about tending to your senior health so you can keep gardening, traveling, playing with grandkids, or whatever brings you joy. Every step you take, whether it's adding balance exercises to your routine, upgrading your house shoes, or simply staying connected with friends, adds up to a safer, more vibrant life. Before we go, I'd love to hear from you. What tips have helped you stay steady on your feet? Share your experiences in the comments. Your story might be the exact encouragement someone else needs today. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more senior wellness content. Together, we're building a community where age doesn't limit life. It deepens its richness. Here's to your health, your strength, and all the wonderful moments still ahead. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep moving, keep thriving, and keep shining.